About a year ago, I made a video talking about Tamayomi and how the production made it a worse show than it actually was. That video ended up being one of my most popular videos to date. I still have no idea why, since I thought it was rushed and I definitely could have edited it better, but it is what it is. So now we're here, and another show has come out. A show that has taken quite a unique approach into its animation style. A show that's received a lot of controversy during this anime season for its animation. Today we're talking about The Way of the Househusband, an anime with an interesting idea that some love and some absolutely hate. But first, what is The Way of the Househusband? The Way of the Househusband is an anime about a former Yakuza named Tatsu becoming a house husband for his adorable wife Miku. This is far from the only anime with this kind of premise, however usually it's a hardworking man that ends up getting a housewife or some type of maid that takes care of the house. This show ends up swapping the roles, with the girl being the hardworking one in the family. And him being a former Yakuza member just adds more comedy, since you see this ultra serious, low voiced, bulky, flat out terrifying looking dude getting mad at a Roomba or singing happy birthday to his wife after a long day of work.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Miku. Happy birthday to you.
What also helps is the voice actor for Tatsu, Kenjiro Suda, who just has the most fitting voice for Yakuza I have ever heard.
声は出すな。目線も外せ。クライムキャッチポリキュアのブルーレイボックスはあるか?
From hearing all this, you're probably wondering why this show is controversial. It just seems like a pretty funny short comedy, right? Well, this show had an interesting idea, and that idea was the animation. Jesus Christ, this looks weird. Alright, so let's start at the very beginning. The studio behind this is JC Staff, an anime studio that's like the McDonald's of the anime industry. Some days, you get the delicious, amazing food that can make your whole day. And then some days, you get the saltiest, disgusting, bottom-of-the-barrel food that makes you go like...
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
What am I talking about again? Oh yeah, right, JC. My point is, JC Staff is incredibly inconsistent, and I don't blame anybody for pointing the finger at them, since this wouldn't be the first time they botched a fan-favorite series. The director is Kikaya. She's been around the block for a while, but the only shows I've seen of her were the original Higurashi series. From what I found, the director is not the one who made the call for the show to look like this. I found this article from Screen Rant that talks about this situation. They linked me to an interview that Kikaya had with this website named Natalie. Keep in mind that this is a Japanese website and the translations might not be perfect, but here's the quote that she said was from the producers about the animation. Make an anime like a manga. So the reason this anime looks the way it does is because the producer, aka Netflix, wanted an anime to move like a manga, otherwise known as a motion manga. The animation is meant to be like a manga, so it doesn't move. In fact, most of the movement comes from pans, shaking, and mouth movement. This is all because that's how the producers, again Netflix, wanted it. Even the original creator Kosuke Uno praised the animation style because it keeps the manga's comedic timing. So now that we know where it stems from, the final thing to ask is it good or not? Being completely honest, I think the animation style hurts the show more than helps. A lot of people were mocking this when it first came out, and for good reason. The animation looks really bad at times. I never got used to the style, and in the back of my head I was always thinking, man, this show would be really amazing if it had a regular art style. You can still have the voice acting and comedic timing be the highlight. A show like Gintama exceeds at that, and that's one of the greatest comedies in all of anime. And if Gintama looked anything like this, it wouldn't have mattered how good the writing was or how good the voice actors did, because it would be known as the show that tried to be a moving manga. If anything, the animation style distracts me from the voice acting and comedic timing, making the jokes not hit as hard. If you enjoy the animation style, that's good for you, and I'm happy the original creator enjoyed it. But I just think it gets in the way of what would otherwise be a great comedy. It was an idea that was distinctive of other anime, but being different doesn't always mean good. And this is an example of a time where a unique idea just didn't hit like it was supposed to. I might still watch season 2 just because I still think it's a funny show, worth watching. But maybe, hopefully, they move on from this experiment and just make it look like a regular anime. I'm Kikaya, and I'll see y'all another day.
僕の愛しい20